Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Katie and I make personal finance and lifestyle videos, and today I'm sharing with you the frugal habits that you can start in 2021 that are easy peasy. So happy new year. I'm sure we're all so excited that 2020 is done and we never want to think about it again, but some of those 2020 problems are going to be lingering on through 2021. There's some of the overarching tips that I think are really essential if you want to start to get into frugal living, but you don't really know how, and easy ways that you can start incorporate this into your routine in 2021. Because I don't know about you guys, but starting a new routine every year and New Year's resolutions, just for me, are just never successful because there's always so much pressure on them. They're always so rigid and specific goals. And by March, I'm like, what was my goal again? So I wanted to share with you guys some really easy ways that you can incorporate frugal living into your life in 2021. So my first frugal habit for you guys to start doing in 2021 is to prioritize what's important for you and understand what you want to spend your money on and what you don't. So I have a whole video on what's the difference between frugal and being cheap, and I'll link it below. But frugal does not mean we are cheap. It does not mean that we're just going to start spending money on nothing and we're not going to enjoy life and we're going to buy the cheapest thing possible, because if you guys watch my videos, you know I'm not like that. So frugal living is all about prioritizing and understanding what's important for you and what you like to spend your money on and what you don't. So for example, if you want to reach your financial goals, there's definitely different ways to save money, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't spend any money, and we need to never buy anything again, and we need to be cheap about everything. If you want to incorporate frugal living into your life in 2021, really think about what you're prioritizing. If you are prioritizing saving money and having these financial goals, what are things that you really value to spend your money on? If you're trying to prioritize saving money, that's fantastic. And that's what we all want to do, because we want to live a life of financial freedom and hit our financial goals and not feel super stressed when we're later on in our life and being closer to retirement and realizing we don't have enough money to retire. But just because you are trying to save as much money as possible does not mean you should not spend money. You just need to prioritize things that you're going to spend money on and things that you're not. So for example, what is important to you in 2021, 2022, or just what do you enjoy doing? If you're somebody that really likes traveling, then spend your money on traveling, but you need to cut costs in other ways. So for example, I'm someone that really enjoys traveling and experiences. And what I don't really value is sort of the way that I look. Is that bad? But I'm not someone that's like particularly super stylish. I don't really wear jewelry. I'm married and I barely wear my wedding ring. Like, I'm just not a big jewelry or fashion person. So I don't spend a lot of money on clothes. And think about your own life. You know, obviously, if we had all the money in the world, we would donate to charity, save our money, hit our goals, and then buy everything that we want and do all the things that we do. Step number one for frugal living in 2021 is to understand where your priorities are. Realize what you like spending your money on and realize where you can cut costs and things that you don't really prioritize and don't really care about, and see if you can cut your expenses that way. Because everything about frugal living is choices. You're choosing to spend your money on XYZ and it's taking away from something else. You're choosing to reach your financial goals quicker by saving money and prioritizing, you know, one or two different things, spending your money on things that you genuinely enjoy and give you a lot of enjoyment, and cutting costs in ways and on things that you don't really care for. The second frugal habit to start in 2021, which is really important if you want to live a frugal lifestyle, is to be less materialistic. Prioritizing materialistic things. We all like stuff, we all enjoy stuff, and I'm not saying you don't have to be 100% materialistic. I personally love handbags. I would always love a luxury bag, and one day I will have a luxury bag. And I know for some people that's crazy to think you would spend thousands of dollars on a bag, but it's really important to me, and one day I will be able to buy that and justify spending all that money. But realize that things are just things, and materialistic things do not bring you happiness. What brings you happiness is spending time with the people that you love, your family, your friends, and your experiences. If you're able to access your old credit card statements or your old bank accounts to see what you were spending your money on, go look up on the things that you bought, the video games, the clothing, the makeup, just the stuff that you bought, and think about if you ever used it 3 years later. No. And did you really like it at the time? Maybe, but was it worth it? Probably not. Getting into the habit of being less materialistic and finding enjoyment in other ways that is more experience-based, spending time with people that you love versus actually having things, really helps you on your frugal living journey. My third frugal living hack is to find hobbies that bring you enjoyment that do not cost money. This is tough, and this is especially tough pre-COVID, a post-COVID world where everything opens up and things cost money to do things. You know, it's really fun to go to happy hours with your friends, but that costs money. If we want to go on vacations, that costs money. And it's okay to spend money on hobbies that you enjoy, that you're getting enjoyment out of them. You know, if you like going to the gym and you pay for a gym membership, that's totally fine. But a great thing to do for frugal living is starting to get into the habit of finding free things to do, free hobbies that give you a lot of enjoyment that don't cost any money. So one of the great things that I love to do is I personally love to walk. That's such a weird thing to say. I like walking, but I like being outside and walking and just kind of moving my body. And I'm really lucky that I have a dog, so we can go on long walks because I have a large dog. But being outside and walking doesn't cost any money, and it's something I really enjoy doing. Another thing I enjoy doing is learning, and YouTube and podcasts exist. So I love finding new podcasts that teach me about things. I love watching YouTube videos, and obviously, you know, internet and phones cost money, but those are free things, free hobbies that I have that I absolutely love. So this is great long-term because hobbies cost money, and that's okay, but not all hobbies have to cost money. And it's great to find hobbies that you enjoy that you can do for free. My fourth frugal hack to start doing in 2021 is to buy used products and items. It's great environmentally. Obviously, you're reducing the amount of waste by buying things secondhand, but also for you and our consumer society is people are holding on to things much shorter time frames. So you can get great quality items that are almost in mint perfect condition for either free or 70 to 40% the price. There's great websites that you can buy used clothing like Poshmark, ThredUp. This is especially good if you're somebody like me who does not like wearing the same outfit twice to a wedding, because I post a photo on it and I'm crazy. A list service in your local communities or your local Facebook groups where you can buy used items, or even better, buy nothing groups. Those are the best. I've found so many great quality items on Buy Nothing where you just swap and people are giving away free stuff. But really don't be ashamed to buy anything used because everybody does it. I can buy used, I do, with some exceptions. You know, I'm pregnant right now, so I personally wouldn't buy like a car seat used, but home decor items, I bought so many clothing items used. I think every single dress I've worn to a wedding except one wedding was a used dress, and they all look so beautiful. Involved in your local community groups, that's the best way I personally find used items. Websites, anything you can do, it will save you so much money. No shame into buying anything used, and you should try to optimize that in 2021. Next frugal hack to start in 2021 is to stop impulse buying. And this is something I've done, you guys have done. I love just looking at items online. I love shopping. Let's just say it. I'm frugal, but I love shopping. Not getting the best deal. You are seeing something just because it caught your eye for whatever reason and you bought it and you don't even know if you need it. So really think about what you're buying before you buy a product. There's always emergencies, so this is not a one-size-fits-all approach, but get into the habit of before you buy something, think about why you're buying it. Sleep on it for 48 hours. Think about the reason that you're buying it, why you need it. Do you think you're gonna have it for a long time? Is there anything that you currently have that can replace it? And the great thing if you do not impulse buy is you can shop around for deals, coupons, and get the best price. Because when you impulse buy, you don't really think about why you're buying the item. You just kind of click it and go, and then you have it. Training from impulse buying is really great because number one, you are reducing the amount of stuff that you buy and buying things that you don't need. And number two, when you don't impulse buy, you take the time to think about why you're buying a product and if you actually need it. So maybe you don't need it, or maybe if you do, because you take the time to think about it, now you have more information and more availability to look at other places that it might be for sale. So if you're not impulse buying, you can think about the product. You can think about, hey, is there any discounts? Is there any other retailers, stores, online websites where I can get a cheaper price? Can I buy this used? And you might save money in the process. So thank you guys so much for watching. These are all my frugal hacks that you should start in 2021, and really easy ways that you can incorporate frugal living into your life. Very small tips and tricks that you can carry on all through 2021. So if you did enjoy this video and you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button because I make videos every single week. Wish you all a really happy and safe 2021. You deserve it more than anything. And I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.